Hi there. Today I'm here to talk about LinkedIn for your personal branding. Personal branding is a very vast subject. It covers a lot of details about your uh, persona, your vision, your expertise, your clientele, your passion, everything that you offer as a persona, as a consultant, as a professional, as a volunteer, and whatnot. But recently, we have noticed after the COVID 19 that all of us professionals are trying to create a space for our personal brand through the LinkedIn portal. LinkedIn is a very vastly recognized platform for the professionals to present their personal brand in the best way. I have been taking a lot of workshops lately on LinkedIn as well as on personal branding. We also talk about employer branding vis-a-vis personal branding for a lot of corporates. During one of the recent corporate brand workshop where I was actually talking to the top management and assessing their LinkedIn profiles, we came out with a 12-step checklist, which is the basic thing that you can do to fix your personal brand or your professional brand on the LinkedIn portal. So one of the gentlemen actually asked me for a takeaway or a video which he can refer to later on, and that's how the idea for this video actually came up. So today I'm going to give you the checklist to fix your personal brand for the professional benefits on LinkedIn. What are the basic 12 things that you must do to fix up your LinkedIn profile to begin with? The first one is get a professional headshot done. Yes, very simple but very important point. Lot of us pick the best picture that we have for ours and we just upload it on LinkedIn. That's not the best thing to do. The best thing would be create a professional headshot done, which can be up the part of your chest, and just shoot it with a plain background and put it there so that your face is clearly recognizable and you give a very professional appeal to your picture. Second, do update your industry. Yes, there are benefits of updating your industry on the LinkedIn. It does makes your search results better, because when recruiters or professionals are looking for people like you, your industry will help you getting better in the search results, and you will be above the competitors or the competitive profiles. Third one, do update a summary. A lot of people ask me about two things: whether I should write it in third party or the first party. Should I write it as I, or should we just use a terminology as we used to update our profiles on the website? I would strongly recommend that use it, write your summary in the first form. Yes, write it as you are talking to the visitor of your profile. Do update your summary, make it very clear, straight, simple, and talk about your passion. Always make sure that there are the right keywords in your summary, but your summary should not be all about the keywords. Let the other person know you as a professional, as a person as well. Fourth, do update your work experience. Your work experience is all that defines your uh, professional experience. So do not do it in a hurry. A lot of people think that updating the work experience means updating the company they were associated with and putting the timeline. No, let the role and responsibilities be clearly defined. Let the visitor know that what is your career graph like, how you have grown from where you started your career and where you are today. That kind of experience is assessed by the recruiters only when they go through your work experience and they assess your work journey or your career graph. So do update your work experience details on your LinkedIn profile. Fifth, examples of your work. LinkedIn has a feature which says featured. So that is basically about showing the examples of your work. Now, your examples of your work could be a project which is well talked about in the media. It could be a web portal that lists the project which you were a very important part of. It could be an event which you did the branding or coordination for. It could be a story featuring the project which you did or which you were a part of it. So make sure that you are featuring your work there. If it is a write up about you or your team or your project, you should upload that as the examples of your work. Create it in the featured segment. If you were interviewed for a particular update which is your relevant to your industry and you are quoted there, you can feature that as the example of your work, because you did that in one or the other professional capacity. Voluntary experience. Lot of corporates these days are talking about employer branding. There is influx of work life balance. Lot of people want to do things differently, and that is where your voluntary experience comes into picture. Also, it talks a lot about your cross functional abilities as well as your passion, and it reveals how passionate you are about causes and about things which are other than work. So make sure that your voluntary experiences are updated on the LinkedIn, because stats show that people who have voluntary experience are contacted more by the recruiters than those who are just talking about their professional abilities on the LinkedIn. Next, skills. LinkedIn specifically asks you to update your skill sets, because skill sets actually work on the search algorithms and bring about the best people, as in they customize the searches for the recruiters who are looking for people with certain particular skill sets. On LinkedIn, you can actually go and share up to 40 skills at one time. I would say 20 is a good number, because if you think, do not bombard the skill set thinking that the best leadership keywords should be your skill sets. Think thoroughly about your skill sets, review your work profile, and see what are the best skills that define you as a professional. Update your LinkedIn profile with the skills, and like I said, you can freely go up to 20 skills on your profile and do update them, and you will see the difference in your profile viewership within a week or two. Just upload your 20 skills and see the difference. The next in line is the recommendations. Recommendations, when LinkedIn began, I'm sure we all agree that it was more about the give and take mechanism. A lot of people still think it is that way now. No, but I would say go for the recommendations. Do give recommendations, because that talks a lot about your team skills and your skills as a co-worker or as a leader or as a subordinate, also as a boss in some situations. So recommendations are important, and how you write and receive them says a lot about your professional abilities as well as your personal skills. So do not ignore recommendations, or do not think that it is a difficult thing to ask people for recommendations. Wherever you feel that your recommendation, somebody's recommendation is going to help you in your profile views as well as your career path, do ask for recommendations. Next in line is location. Again, search metrics gets better when you update location. You are better viewed and better found in that particular location, and the reach for your profile goes more. So it is very important that you update your location. Education, of course, in the search results and in the recruiters searches, it does matter. Even if it is a professional course or a certification or a short time course which you did and you actually have the records for the same, you must upload those and you must mention those with the year specific, so that if there is a reference check, like, you are offering all the details for the recruiters. So do update your education on your LinkedIn profile. The 11th one in the list is the publication. Not really a lot of people come up with this thing, but in case you have a published thing, which could be an article or a blog or a book or an article or a featured featured case study or an essay or anything which got published, do mention that, because it does reflect and it brings you in the the skimmed results also. So if you have a publication or a achievement like that, do mention that in your LinkedIn profile. The last one is accomplishments. You know why LinkedIn asks for it? Because the portal in itself is a result of lot of research work with the recruiters and the corporates. So when you are mentioning your accomplishments, you are getting viewed as somebody who has achieved things which are beyond their professional roles. So that is why when you do things in detail, it actually leverages your personal brand on LinkedIn. I am not denying the fact that LinkedIn is used for influencer marketing and influencer branding, but if you upload all these 12 points, which the 12-point checklist which I have just shared, it will talk a lot about your personal brand on LinkedIn, and it will help your personal brand rise and shine remarkably well and in a different and certainly a better way on LinkedIn. More about personal branding and LinkedIn hacks coming on this channel. Until then, get better on your LinkedIn profiles and we can connect there also. Take care. Goodbye.